Hey, Mid Carter, what's up, man? Yeah, so like I said on my server, I think the as long as you can do at least one of the tours, they're pretty amazing. If you can't do them though, you're gonna feel pretty left out if you can't do at least one. But for extra stuff that we weren't planning on getting, no complaints, right? They're definitely worth going through. This will let me take a Hall of Famer to 6-star after the weekend. If I get through this one with Godfather, which I will. I'm not. I'm gonna see if I can get through with mine at 4-star. Or yeah, 4-star bronze. Hey, Gluis. Pretty good. I'm off today instead of Friday, which is why my Nakamura preview just went out and was so late. So I'm doing pretty okay. Had a decent weekend. Got to 40 million in the first Flash feud, and then just phoned it in on the rest of them. Didn't care about trying to stay top 800 leaderboard or any of that. Played a little bit. Nope, not giving anything away. If you're here for freebies, you may as well check out. Nothing to give away today. Wrong streamer. You want to stay for other stuff? That's cool. But nothing free. Hey, Tainted Empiric, how are you? Well, I mean, that's pretty great, though. 5 Trickster tokens, some Ray shards, that you can recycle if you don't want him, that sort of thing. I haven't done Ray yet. I'm working on Godfather. Trying not to have to level him up, because I don't like doing that. Put a strap equipped to him for a little bit of move damage and gem damage. Not bad at all, Mid Carter. Hey, Mule. Hey, Mr. Robinson. Lurchy, what's up? How are you guys all doing? Lurchy, I've heard of you now. And I went against you in feud. You, sir, have a lot of 6-stars. Very, very lot of 6-stars. Impressive. Most impressive. Also, everybody on this tour with Godfather uses purple and red. So, that's interesting. I just find it interesting that everyone basically uses purple and red. I don't know where I was going with that other than it's interesting. Hey, SPA, how are you, man? Bob, welcome in. How was your stream, Bob? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Hey, Black Chapters. Yeah, like I said, I think as long as you can do at least one tour, it's pretty amazing. The more you can do, obviously, the better it is. If you can't do any, I'm sure it feels pretty horrible, though. I wish there was one tour that was one of the, like, was Riddle or something. Just one. So that everyone could do at least one. That would be the only thing I would change. Is I would make one for, like, the new Riddle or something like that. So my Godfather's 4-star bronze, worth doing the kickouts and all that. If you need it. And I'm not doing anything too crazy. I did actually put a strap equipped to him mainly for the move damage medal. We'll see how this goes. It's whatever. Right on, Bob. Yeah, certainly really nice resource-wise. Now I have to finalize my Hall of Fame choice, because I'll be able to take someone up and then work them up, which I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be Taker, actually. I like him for boss battle with double blue and the Titan plate. And he's aggressive, and I don't have a good aggressive person, so I think I'm going to go with Taker. Hall of Fame Taker, plus Taker requirements. Hey, Sean, what's up, man? How are you? We got Gil is in here. Dag, what's up? Who else did I miss? Fish Can't, how are you? Stone Cold. Timmy. Ultimate Strap, I think totals like 96,000 or something. Bad news, how are you? It's a lot. Allie, what's up? Stinger. You need to take him 5s? Yeah, same for me, Bob. The Hall of Fame and Acro. And I think I'll have a Trickster, but I don't know. Kenny, what's up? Vic, how are you? Hey, Max, what up? I just can't let him get any of his moves off, like, in particular. At least they're high charge. We'll see how this goes. That'll work on that one, and then let's take the red. Godfather's not bad. He's not my favorite, but he's not terrible for sure. At least for Godfather, right, Lewis? At least for Godfather, they put in a bunch of jobber level opponents, right? All super high charge moves and stuff. So that is quite nice, actually. I want to try and keep the purple on the board. Let's go. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, just missed. Just missed with getting my purple. Shango time. Burr, 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 burr. We got a ways to go. We got a ways to go. So I do have some news for you guys. First time in a very long time, there will not be a trial this month. Confirmed today, no trial this week, so no trial this month. First time in a super long time. I can't remember how long, but it's been a minute. Yeah, Gluis, Santa Hogan is easily my most used trainer. Yeah, I figured you guys would be interested. That would be the big news today. And also, I am interested to hear people's take on the Moments thing as well. Like I am basically of two minds on it. As a fan of wrestling in general, I think the concept is super cool, really really cool actually. And the difference maker for me will be in the execution, meaning how paywalled it is. If it's super paywalled, I saw shards mentioned in there. That's extremely scary to me, the shard part, based on where we are at with shards. But it has the potential to be really really cool. So I will wait till it's completely rolled out before executing final judgment, as it were. But it has the potential to be great. Let's get those purple, yeah. Yep, that's about where I'm at too, Gluis. Like like I said, as a fan of wrestling, I think the potential is there to be cool. It just depends how difficult it is. I don't mind things being super difficult, like time requirement, if it's on an even scale, you know? Something else to acquire, to pursue, to work on with my character is always welcome if I don't have to spend to make meaningful progress, if that makes sense. If I have to spend to make meaningful progress, not super duper a fan. No, moments aren't playable tours. It's essentially unlocking extra bonuses for stables or moments in WWE history that were special. Oh, Godfather's way better than Papa Shango. That's not even close. Yes, it is very similar to Perks. It looks like on paper. But I mean, there's some, like, as far as like the fan in me goes, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, like Edge's return at the Royal Rumble would make a heck of a moment, in my opinion. For example, that would be a great one. Of course, all the that 5 match is gonna hose me. Oh, good, it went away. Um, tons of DX moments, right? I mean, it'll never be in the game, but the Yes movement with Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania would definitely be in there. So Bacchus, this has been said multiple times now by a lot of people. The the development company is separate departments. So the department that works on new features is different than the one that fixes bugs. So working on new stuff doesn't take away from fixing old stuff. It simply isn't getting fixed because it isn't getting fixed, which has nothing to do with the new stuff, unfortunately. If that were the case, yes, certainly I would just as soon not have an MLC till everything was fixed, but that's not how it works. The team is made up of multiple different I guess groups or whatever you want to call it. Davey can elaborate more if you want to ask Davey D, who is actually in video game design, not for Scopely, for other companies now. So he would be a good one to ask if you don't want to take me at it. But yeah, different departments responsible for that. So that's like okay. No, it's still able to be exploited. Have you been under a rock, Kid Kelly? Must have been. I'm gonna take the red down now, just in case he gets a 5 match. I mean, so, well known, I think we're at like 3 feuds, with it being well known or known by Scopely. I think 3, maybe, yeah, I think 3, maybe 4. Likely, that's how long I've known. Likely some parts of the community have known for, I would bet, at least 4 months. So chase cards would be great to have in here. Black chapters. I think that would be a good call. I don't know. You guys, what do you think? Do you think this is something we'll get monthly? Etc. Uh, if if it is a surprise, I think it would be a huge pop young. If it's actually a surprise. If we, you know, if it's known ahead of time, probably not a massive pop. They just skipped some animations, essentially the finishing animation of your winning move, and then the loot box gem spam, the pin count, and all of that. So it's going to save about 20 to 30 seconds probably per win. So if you know, about 3 to 5 minutes a brawl, depending. But yeah, it really depends on how many brawls you get for how impactful it is. I just went to 40 million and then on feud 1 and then called it a day for the rest of the feuds. I have no interest in doing leaderboard stuff at all while that's going on. To be fair, probably won't ever do leaderboard stuff again, whether that's going on or not. But yeah, I don't see a reason to do that. Awesome. Tech Triple H is amazing. Literally, if you add all techs without gear, I think he's the best. If you add in 1 gear for him, 1 gear for Razor, I think it's really close. I personally probably would still go Tech Triple H. Both gears, definitely would go Tech Triple H. Snoop with both gears is better than probably Triple H with no gears, but that's also assuming you have a super rare $800 plate with Snoop. So I think Triple H, to me, is the best tech at 6-star. You could make a case for Razor and double gear Snoop with the $800 skill plate. But as far as like the average player and what they have, I think Triple H is the clear best. Out there, I would say. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Take that for what it's worth. That's the Lashley drip plate, the Dominator drip plate or whatever it is. Yeah, Edge and gear and Z plate, not even close. Not even close. It's Edge's tertiary gem color, and you don't even need the gear to run that set with Cena in the game now with his training ability. The gear is superfluous for that build set because Cena gives you more yellow gem damage anyway. So you'd be using him whether you have the gear or not. Awesome, Bacchus. Those are both huge. To be fair, I also have Edge's 100% gem damage strap, and I still feel that way. I don't think Edge is even in the top 3 discussion. Okay, it's gonna get ugly after this, so hopefully we can stack a win up here, because now it's gonna get ugly. We're out of purple MP downs. Oh yeah, Rocker Sean's unreal. Yeah, McMenemy, it's not even close. Not even close. Oh, we're gonna go there, and we're gonna go there, and there. Hit this one then. Yes, makes the most sense. Yeah. Yeah. I think that, yeah, you can make an argument for Razor or, Triple H. I happen to think Triple H is better. But, oh, no, not the 5 match. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen, because it charged him too. Those would be the 2, Hoodie. This is gonna get ugly now. Well, we're kind of in it. Kind of in it. No, Riddle's nowhere near top 3. He's too random. Oh, I hate you, McMenemy. You'll get it eventually. I need a little bit of help here. Don't think I'll be getting it. Question is how ugly is this gonna get? Fair enough, Salad. Blue to red. Okay. We're sort of okay. What anti-stun belt? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, so McMenemy at 6 stars, bleed goes to 1 million base for 3 turns. No, El Professor, Triple H is definitely going to be better. Riddle's still good, but Triple H is definitely going to be better, especially into the future. So, I mean, you use Riddle where you have him, and while you need him, and then work on Triple H as your new guy. That's just my opinion. Muscle Ups, what up, man? I saw, I believe on Facebook, you just not too long ago did another crazy run thingy that you do. You look like you're in very good shape now, by the way. How have you been? Milo Muscle. You're starting from scratch? Is that what I'm hearing? You're starting from scratch? Hmm. I do not like where these... Thank you. Get rid of those blue gems. Oh, crazy, man. I'd be interested on some of the feedback, what that's like. Oh, he left the red alone, thank goodness. He's like a big time CrossFit kind of fella. Nice, dude. Very nice. Not a lot of purple on the board, that's okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep him down. Yeah, we might do it. Come on. No, not the red. Not the red. Yeah. Oh, 5 match. We'll take that. I don't want to have to use another kick out. Worth it for me to not put resources into this fool. Well. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I don't like running either. I'm fat. And out of shape. I mean, if they timed you out, it's for a reason. I wouldn't say whatever it was you said. I completely missed it. But I support the mods. Completely. So that wasn't bad at 4-star. Well, what's your question? I mean, it's stupid. It needs to be fixed. Not that it impacts too many people, since the leaderboard is trash now and mostly just full of spenders. So, whatever. But it's stupid. I hate it. So yeah, 4-star bronze with 2 cash kickouts and a bunch of props. I'll take it. That's all worth it. Yeah. I have no idea why you got timed out for that one, but yeah, it's like I said, at this point it's old news. Acro Edge or Acro Sean? No, agree. Do you have Warrior? Because can I change the whatchamacallit? So that's the whole thing, Gluis, right? Like with this game, people care about events as far as what they get, what the resources are, if it's worth their time. So all that matters to 90% probably of the player base is, did I get something? So in that regard, I think it was a great weekend. From the did I get something camp, it was worth feuding to 40 million. Wasn't super hard to get there. The last line bonus in particular was great. The Cody feud was pretty terrible as far as line bonuses go. Perhaps the worst feud line and bonuses I've ever seen as far as requirement wise. So that was just an easy, I'm not going to feud but one. The resources you could get for free were outstanding. So I feel like from that standpoint, as far as a faction feud would go, it was a great faction feud comparatively, especially compared to the last ones. I think the midweek event was the actually best midweek event I can remember and possibly forever. 300 shards were available for free if you did some showdown. You didn't need super rare characters, and you just needed to play. And 300 shards was 1/4 of Triple H's recruit point, and a ton of people got him. And as I said, I feel like he's one of the best. Yeah, so I think the important thing, McMenemy, is as long as the faction rewards suck and the leaderboard sucks, then the fact that a decent chunk of, well, not even a decent, a chunk of leaderboard people skip animations isn't as big a deal, because it's not really worth doing to most people. Even if they were skipping the animations, it still wouldn't be worth doing to most people. So I think that might be part of it. Given where we're at with the landscape, probably as good of a feud event as they can run, until that is fixed. Once it's fixed, what I would like to see from feud is a prize wall with every 10 million points past 40 million, you get more prize wall currency. I would like to see B tier shards and then good character shards. They can price them however high they want. I'd like to see strap parts, metal bits, static metals, like percentage, fury, red, things I could buy. They could make it as expensive as they wanted and let me decide if it's worth grinding for it. So, that sort of thing would be amazing. If I could customize my rewards all the time, to what I wanted, they could set the bar. However, honestly, I've enjoyed no perks. I can tell you right now, my Snoop with 1 gear took out a 6-star Hall of Fame taker, running triple tricolor and all heart plate with 1 gear. There's a lot of really solid still cards out there that you can play quite effectively without perks. So just as a heads up, I think I'm just gonna stick with this for this. It'll just be easy. Yeah, so that's the best thing about these perks, is it does make a lot more people viable. A lot of people complain because, oh, I can't one-click sub people and it's boring, etc. Just a junk one. Spin Zizzle for Shizzle. If I'm lucky, it's 10% damage. I don't think anyone fully understands the moments yet. Basically, essentially, think of it as like perks that you unlock permanently for like a faction, group of cards, or like, Hulk Hogan potentially, like scoop slamming Andre the Giant, big moments in WWE history. I don't know how significant the boosts are going to be, and I don't know how paywalled it's going to be. Like I said earlier, you probably weren't here. I think the idea as a wrestling fan is great and appeals to me, but everything will depend on the execution. If it's something I have to use shards for instead of leveling a guy up, and it does require shards, but if it requires a meaningful amount of shards, I won't like it. And if it's heavily paywalled, I won't like it either. But it has a lot of potential to do really cool events around, as someone who's a fan of WWE and things like that. So I think the potential is there to be awesome, but I am not excited till I see it, because a lot of things tend to be heavily monetized. I don't mind if it takes work, as long as for example, this past feud was a great indicator. You have people with like 7 and 8 6-stars, and I have 1, 2 if you count Macho, and a lot of people don't even have 1. So that's too much of a discrepancy, in my opinion. Like, you can't, you have a lot of people have 1 or none, a few people have 1 or 2, and then you got like super duper whales running around and they got like 10 6-stars. And that's just That's just too big a discrepancy. You got it, Gluis. We'll do that on my stream when we talk about it and how things worked. Boy, 2,000 red TP. Hopefully there's... I wish there was yellow somewhere. I need yellow. Oh. Yeah, I have 2 6s. I definitely am not a whale. Probably a reformed dolphin at this point. I'm a very low spender the last few months. Spending, Vic. Spending. A lot of spending. KO in chat is a great start. I'll tell you, if you have Hall of Fame Godfather, he's not exactly rare. And if you feeded this last weekend, you can take a Hall of Fame card of your choice to 6-star. That's certainly helpful. Yeah, IOWs, Charlotte would be the big one. Charlotte's the only one that I probably would take, personally. I think, yeah, I would say. Hey, Celis, how are you? You did Becky as well? I could see that from a Shard perspective. No, so also though, don't get me wrong when I'm saying this. I don't have a problem with whales at all because they're paying for a lot of the game. I just don't think everything in the game should be catered to them so heavily, regardless of if they're paying or not. You need every part of the game system is needed, or the economy is needed for a healthy game, from whales to free to play. The free to play and the grinders and a lot of times the low spenders or value spenders do the bulk of the playing, and also give somebody for the whales to beat up on and feel superior to. So they're absolutely needed. Without them, the whales would just be playing against other whales, and it would be a lot more frustrating for them, and they wouldn't have anything to compare to, being so much better than. So they all fit in, whatever the psyche is, and this isn't everyone. This is just talking generically, you know. Some people chase leaderboards to feel good about themselves because it matters. Some people do it because they want the cards. FOMO plays a huge part in almost all of this game. The fear of missing out drives probably 75 to 80% of anyone in a top 20 faction. Maybe higher. Maybe that's a low number. I might be being generous there. Yeah, I think it's interesting, Hoodie. Free seeing it implemented in the game. There's no beta that the content creators are part of. None of us knew anything about it. It just dropped mysteriously for us like everyone else. I can only read the blog like you can. I don't have a single extra piece of information not available to you. Not anything. All I know is 1000% what you know. I didn't even know Moments was the thing till I saw people making fun of it on my server. Dim, no, they for sure understand that. It's just, as far as from an effort standpoint, I mean, a lot of the big whales, almost all of them, buy and spend for anything. Doesn't matter if it's good, doesn't matter if the card is good, they just don't want to miss out. The really big ones get every card and they don't care if it's good or not. Or if they need it. So from that standpoint, you don't really need to put a lot of effort into it. The game does feel, in some ways, more paywalled of late. However, like this last feud, you could easily get a ton of the rewards as a free-to-play player. So like I don't think anyone really can complain about this last feud. If you couldn't score in this last feud, you're just at a different spot in the game, and you shouldn't really feel bad about missing anything if you're at the spot where you couldn't score in this last feud. That's just the truth. there's no reason you couldn't get a ton of the free rewards. Very little blocking as far as required, as far as actually feuding. Um, Next to nothing blocking it. So I mean, Showdown is ridiculous, kind of anyway. It's just arbitrary. You need somebody to get you past, and this is what I said with the first Showdown of 6-star. You're going to need somebody to get you past whatever blocker or wall there is until it normalizes. So until you get a 6-star capable of doing that for you, or a 5-star, for example, if you have Dom, and granted, not everyone has Dom and his skill plate. I didn't spend a dime for his skill plate. I have 2 of them. Um, Dom was an MLC character. You could make a case that you have to spend or not. Yeah, Powerhouse Rollins can get you through a lot of that stuff. Gable certainly can get you through a lot of it in Showdown, especially Gable and Otis. So, is it fun? No. Does it take a lot of time? Yeah. The midweek was amazing. And then, like I said, the feud, as far as from a time spent standpoint, uh, going to the max reward wasn't a waste um, for anyone, in my opinion. So there was a ton of good stuff, and all you had to do was play a little bit. And then midweek is the best midweek I can remember. We had a normal blitz, not one of those stupid, ridiculous, you can have 400 characters and still can't do this blitz kind of rare. You know, so I would say this week was quite good. The 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 big problems were the first half of this month, and Shamrock um, Shamrock is pretty disappointing. So I think that soured the month for a lot of people. What's up, Oklahoma Thunder? Yeah, Gluis, I could see the jacket being really good on him with the sub build. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's a really good hit. Plus he's draining them too. That's probably one of the better ways to run him now. Yes, black chapters. Right? So there's the question, or the statement rather. For anyone that doesn't have enough shards right now to convert Triple H, I would say don't use the fuse up for Shamrock and use his shards for DX Triple H. Just take the 3-star recruit if you get there. Save the shards, because yeah, he's something else. Pretty unreal. I still haven't decided how I'm gonna build him. I took him to 5-star today. He'll go gold on Talent Up. Yep, absolutely, Gluis. Powerhouse Seth's awesome. He's likely to be my... So, here's the thing. Yeah, DX Triple H shards, midweek event, 300. It's pretty great. So I can recruit it in any order I want, G, if I just don't open the bags. Probably. Very likely I could recruit it any order I want if I really wanted to, which I don't care. Is Seth better than KO? Yes and no. Seth can do more things than KO. KO can do one thing ridiculously well. I would have gotten Triple H over Zelina for sure. I would think we'll see the belts again at some point. It would make sense to see them. So Triple H. So that put me there on these. Trickster will put me there on those. No, I more mean setup, Celis. So Seth can beat you with move damage, gem damage, sub. If Seth is frustrating you with cascading too much, no, I don't have Hogan. I wouldn't take China personally unless you have the $800 skill plate. Then maybe. For me, it's going to be Hall of Fame Taker. I'm not a big Hogan fan. I think he's pretty overrated at Hall of Fame in the 6-star world, especially. Yes, I would do Wendy before China. So Wendy, though, depends on a couple things. You probably want her gear, which wasn't expensive, but the extra black gem is nice. Do you have one of the big gem damage straps they gave out for Hall of Fame ladies? The 50%, there's a 50 and a 25. Oh yeah, Hall of Fame Taker over Snoop for sure. I'll get into why though. It's not necessarily in a vacuum. Also for Wendy, if you have 17k Santa Hogan, you can put Matt on, and it makes a big difference in damage. If you don't have 17k Santa Hogan, you have to run dual green MP trainers, which takes away a decent amount of damage. Wendy's big benefit is that even without, I would say you're probably going to do about 1.5 to 2 million even without Santa Hogan. I have Fury 2s on mine, and the 50% gem strap. So if you have regular Fury and a regular gem damage, you're probably going to hit 1.5-ish. So 6-star, though, the gem damage goes way up. So you'd probably hit like 2.5 to 3 mil. It recycles super easy. And that's a big number in the ladies game. It would also grow if you have a tiara each time. Now, if you have some of the bells and whistles, I'm hitting like 2 to 2.5 million with Santa Hogan, with the Fury setup that you see there, and being able to run Matt and Matt and Mem. Oh, that's Santa Hogan there, not Mem. I'm sorry, but Matt, about 2.5 mil. It was 3 mil with a top line, and that's not using steps for extra gem damage. So take that to the average, you know, at 6 stars, she's probably going to hit for a good 4.5, 5 mil a pop. And in the ladies game, that's massive. Super fast, super easy to use. Doesn't need to touch the gem board and recycles. So yeah, Hall of Fame Wendy's a great shout. That is the lady I would take first. As far as how do I run Taker, really simple. The big reason I want him, so I have, everyone probably, or most of you know, I have Gable for boss battle, and he's defensive. So I don't want to take another defensive character up to 6-star until I have all of the styles covered. Snoop is defensive. So right there means I don't want to take Snoop up. Taker is aggressive, and most of the aggressive options suck for boss battle. And this plate, 200% gem damage, with this move set, you never have to give up your turn because it fully recycles. I wouldn't even use the buff; it would just take too long. I would just hit these two moves over and over and over and over in boss battle, and you never swipe. Then you never give up your turn, and you keep stacking the gem damage, 200% a pop. So I don't have a good aggressive option, so I'm taking him 6-star for boss battle to be my aggressive character. Which also means I probably won't take... I won't be in as big a hurry at Powerhouse. If I got Super Stacy, she would be the first Powerhouse hands down regardless of the situation. And then likely Because I'm going to take him at Hall of Fame and Triple H at Tech. That counts Techie out. Yeah, Vic, it's super simple to run him that way in Feud. It's fast and efficient. So yeah, absolutely. That build set at 5-star was hitting for about 1.5 mil in Feud. Gold, it'll probably hit for 2 to 3, I would guess, somewhere between 2 and 3. Someone that has him might know better. I also don't have much for bells and whistles at this point on him, so there's that. Sadly, as much as I hate to admit it, at 6-star, if you have the $800 skill plate, Hall of Fame Andre is amazing. Sucks to say it, but true. Aggressive has some debuffs. Yeah, we can. I'll show you. Let's look at boss battle. Yep. He can do a lot too. As far as versatile characters, he can do a ton. Make sure this is the aggressive symbol. So aggressive characters, they're just not $800 skill plate. That's the black, any black move makes 7 multiply gems or 6 of times 7. So it's ridiculous. Well, if you guys missed it, you may have 6-star, yeah, the Dominator drip plate. Yep, it was $800 minimum. Dominator drip, McLovin. Nah, Seeker plate was expensive at the start. It's been given away a few times if you were in a faction that could do the stuff. So aggressive, not a lot of great boss battle options, to be perfectly honest. When you look at aggressive, not a lot of great ones. Obviously, move damage, he's going to be good. And the Hall of Fame will double up with him. He's going to be my 6-star tech. But I just like Taker too much, and I feel like not giving up my turn at all at 200% gem damage a go is going to be phenomenal in boss battle. Because you never give up your turn, so I'll just keep stacking that Titan plate over and over. As far as their abilities, not crazy about the boss breakers on these guys. Not really a big reason to use a crack in the shield when neutralize removes the whole shield. I mean, I would assume at some point that changes, because I would assume neutralize isn't supposed to do that, or why even bother having this ability? It's a completely wasted ability. This exhaust is actually quite handy later on as the bosses start doing a lot more damage. Reducing their damage is quite good. Because and boss battle is moving more towards needing 6 stars to do the highest tier stuff because they hit super hard. So likely exhaust is going to be clutch here pretty soon. Rage can be good-ish maybe at 6-star with the cooldown being short and the health pools being bigger. That's going to get better as time goes on. But I think likely exhaust would probably keep your team in the game longer currently. But yes, with the 5 million hit, McMenemy, exactly. Let me see, I got Goldie's awesome sheet here somewhere. I'm curious how high exhaust goes up to. In fact, it's in spreadsheets on my server. I just need to see where that is because I have way too many rooms on my server. It's a big server. And messages, where is this? Did I not pin it here? I didn't pin it here. Where did I pin it then? Maybe under game help. Under intel. Aggressive. Exhaust. The highest someone has it that we've seen so far is level 5. It still reduces the damage by 20%. It's on a 120-second cooldown. I would anticipate 6 or 7 being the level that it gets the next boost to reduction. And if it goes off of the other stuff, cracking the shield goes to 25% at 6. So I would assume it too would go to 25% at 6. and likely 30% at 10 and 45-second cooldown would be my guess. It is? Really? Level 7 reduces damage taken by 35%? Nice, McMenemy. You need to get... Can you DM Goldie that if she's not on the stream? Because she'll want to know that. So yeah, 35% off of 5 million is chunky. And 75 second means it'll easily be ready. Nice, McMenemy. Yeah, so I see exhaust being useful this this boss battle for sure from your aggressive slot, right? But there's just not a lot of great aggressive superstars available in general. I could see Lashley being really good. Potentially Steamboat when there's blue gems with his buff, for sure, because he can just cycle it back and forth as well, not give up his turn. Those kind of things are big, right? You don't want to give up your turn and have to swipe. So as long as you don't have to swipe, you're good. Theory certainly could be decent on bleed ones and blue. DX Triple H on the right ones could be decent. Taker, I just think, isn't going to care about the requirements. And because he's blowing up most of the board, it can, you know, it's going to be enhanced by multiple different gem colors. So I feel like he's going to be my best aggressive option for a long time. Davy Boy with the bleed maybe at some point could be okay, you know. But there's just not a ton of really, really strong options at aggressive. So that's the big reason I'm going to take Taker. Plus, I like him. I don't have a good Taker. And he's fun to play. So those are all reasons why. Tech, I think, or not Tech. Trickster is gonna have to be Becky, because I don't have a lady. I did in my video, Outlaw Rogue. I actually think the 6-star move is gonna be overrated. I think everyone's gonna fall in love with the idea that you can click one button and make the bottom 3 rows into multiply gems of strength 10. He, however, can't choose into a specific gem color. He can only destroy what's there. So that will limit his damage somewhat. Although, not, I would say, likely, double green, you're probably looking at 4 to 5 mil with that hit at 6-star. Which is very good. But I would actually run him differently. I'd run him this way. Let me see. Let me put it up on the screen, actually, because that will be able to do the trainers and stuff. Let me open this up. So I did 7 million turn 1 with easily, by the way, with this setup. Playing it like I would for Feud. And you're probably going to think that's a really weird setup. The thing, though, if you're using Dom and Rikishi, you reload the flying kick with only matching 3 gems in Feud. Meaning, you can do a 3-match extremely safe. You get this move off a ton of times. Ton of times. Titan Crest. Heroic Titan Crest, Vic. So, making it only take a yellow 3-match, I did 7 million at 5-star gold with regular medals on turn 1. At 6-star, the base goes from 40k to 60k. And if you had, like, Fury 2s on there and a decent gem damage strap, I would say you're going to be able to do, like, 10 to 12 million... 13 million turn 1 in Feud. That's a full drain on almost everybody. And it's very simple to run. But the keys are Dom and Rikishi. Strowman is very nice. And it would be interesting to see who's better. Strowman or Booker T. It's possible Booker T you end up getting too many yellow gems. And so you're better off with the damage from Strowman. I don't know. I didn't test that part thoroughly. And that might change at 6-star, but you're not. So the question is, do you want to do 4 or 5 million really quick with the greens? You're likely gonna cycle. Oh yeah, Gable's better all around, way better in my opinion. And then you can also make a case that Montez does this better because while Naka's goes to 60k, Montez is 120k on purple base. So everything adds way, way more. So keep that in mind. You could make an argument that, well, Nakamura does this really good. Ford can actually do it better. Just Ford can't do the 3-match thing. So Nakamura is going to be a slower and probably easier, probably safer, because you can do it on a 3-match. Ford doesn't have that option. Either way, though, both are going to be huge drains, whereas the multiply set, yes, it's going to be 2 clicks, but 4 or 5 million won't keep a 6-star down anymore. Because he doesn't. I like this moveset way more, Trish. He's only going to hit for 4 or 5 mil. It's dependent on what colors you have on the board if you're going to hit harder. And 4 or 5 million won't keep another 6-star down at all with the times 80 buff on the gems that's there now, which a lot of people I'm sure don't know about. So unless you get them down, way down in health, they're going to have a times 80 bonus on their kick out. 6 stars do. So 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, not going to keep anyone down. You're probably going to need to do at least 6 to 8 million to keep any 6-star down on turn 1. And if you're not going to do it on turn 1, I would just as soon use this setup and do full drain and get more points, personally. Now, that's not to say tomorrow there can't be a skill plate that comes out when you use a green move, it buffs your multiply gems, or you throw multiply gems out, it buffs green gem damage, in which case it might make a difference if there's green gems on the bottom, but again, it's random, so he's gonna... I don't like it, personally. But I think he's very good. But as far as showboats, which are my favorite class, and I did say this in my video, so, you know, I think there's Gable, and then there's everybody else. You could maybe make a case for Woods at 6-star, Ford, Naka, RK Bro as being in that next level down from Ford and Naka. You know, he's very good. He's going to do more damage than Gable, for sure. I got 1,725 shards for him. A lot. That's a lot for a feud guy, but I don't anticipate getting him anytime soon. Not really looking forward to this one. I do not like playing Ray. A lot of people, I think, do, but I don't. I can probably take this off my screen. Yeah, I do not want to work on him anymore. I don't have a ton of purple TP, which I'm assuming I will get from the hard mode. But I don't want to waste it on him, so we're going to try to do it where we're at. That's probably worth doing just for quality of life. Well, obviously the trick is to get pinned. So you can use his kick out. That's the only thing worth using on him. It's not always easy to get pinned, though. What charge is this? I want the blue anyway. 6. Okay. Yeah, he'd be great with 50% gem defense. 100%. No arguments. I just don't like him. Yeah, I can't do the profits either. I don't have either of them. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, I actually think Riddle is going to be most people's best trickster. I've talked about that a lot on my stream. This free Riddle is super good. Super duper good, especially at trickster. I, I, I mean, I have Theory and I'm still considering taking Riddle 6-star over Theory. My first trickster is going to be Becky, though, because I need a lady, and she's fits the bill compared to the rest of mine. Where are you? There you are. Yeah, Booker not so much. Fair enough, McManamy. So if I go aggressive with Taker and DX Triple H, that pretty much counts Theory out at the start for me. So I probably want to find a chaotic one. Plus, I think Ray is chaotic, so I'll have extra shards at chaotic. I just don't know if I have one worth doing. Want to make a 3-match and not move the pin bar too much. And what am I playing? I didn't even look. There's a 5-match there for him. And then let's give him... Put the 5-match there. He's going to want to take blue. So now he's got a couple different 5 matches. Hopefully he'll decide to pin me with. Or he won't even take it. Or that. I hate playing Ray. There we go. Please don't be the MP steal on the finisher that steals purple, though. Rocker's focused, yeah. He doesn't really need 6-star at all, but I still want to take him anyway, because Rocker Sean was my favorite as a kid. Chaotic is Seth. That's the one I want to take for Chaotic for sure. So, and then if I start doubling up defensively, I love Dom. I think Dom at 6-star is the play at Acrobat. Either Dom or Warrior. And I have Motu Austin and Mutant Roman. I just think rarity bias is making a lot of people select those. But I think Dom is a much safer, better all-around play. We need to be able to sort by style, Vic. 100%. And we also need to be able to check how many shards we can convert if we don't have someone gold yet. What's up, From to Sip? How are you? Also, hi, ProFresh. I don't think I said hi to you either, Mayo. Who do you need Z-Plate for? I missed that, Mayo. Oh, thank you, Tainted Empiric. Take it easy. Ah, Octopath Traveler. Nice. I want to play that game. Orton should pin me. The problem is... Oh, good. He doesn't have power gems. Perfect. The problem is if he'll kill me or not. So... Orton at least should pin me. That's one build. He's got multiple ones. Z-Plate for one build, though. Yes. I wouldn't assume anything, Vic. But hopefully. Or hopefully not, if you don't want to spend. I kind of don't want to spend, so... Although I have most of the zombies, so... What's up, Scott? Hey, everybody. Mherex here. What am I doing? I want to go... I want to live. So let's nerf some black gem damage instead. Because he doesn't have 2 million health anyway. Alright. So I'm missing two zombies, both of the acrobats, Hogan and Taker, and I'm still not even close to Taker, and he's ancient at this point. I have said last year I was hoping, and Spring Outbreak I was hoping would finally bit when I get. If you had Snoop, no, I'd take Dom Zandel. Just because I don't see a way of stopping him, and he can showdown and do a full drain in feud. I actually would take Dom. We're probably going to argue with that, but I actually would take Dom. I hate admitting it. I hate liking to use him. I just think he's kind of unstoppable. Absolutely, Scon. I do not like this card at all. All yours. Okay. There's a 5-match for you, Orton. Oh, Hogan's not that old. Z-Taker is old. I don't want to die. Don't want to die. I don't die. Nice, Trish. Come on. Just pin me. Pin me, but don't kill me, please. Oh, that's too much to ask. That's the auto bot. It gets you. Nothing I can do about it, Zandel. Yeah, I saw that coming. Maybe I'll dump some coin into him for HP. I don't know, man. I... Maybe? I don't know. I just feel like Dom's unstoppable. Like, there's currently nothing in the game that's really gonna nerf him. Currently. And EIP Showdown's way better than Snoop. Hey, Lee, how are you, man? I saw you took Cena to 6-star. Are you happy with your choice? We're gonna get some extra hit points. Sadly, I need it. Ugh. Gross. I feel dirty. His whole problem is he needs to get pinned. Yeah, I really don't need help on how to play Dom, though. Or on Ray. All that matters is where you have him at and what you have to play around with it. Like, I don't have... I'm not putting a ton of resources into him, so... This is it. I will beat it this way or not. I'll just use cash kickouts. So, Zandel, are you taking Gable up? Is also boss battle healer. I think Dom and Gable are two of the best. Dom's way better at showdown, in my opinion. Snoop is just the rare factor. His gem damage does go up, but you're not making all the extra gems now either. So, I don't know. I feel like Dom is the safer, smarter all-around play. It's just there's no rarity bias there. But yeah, I honestly think I would go Dom over Snoop. I don't anticipate very many people would agree with that, but... Oh, F it. Who cares? Let's just get rid of his red gems, I guess. All I need is one pin without dying. Yeah, I mean, like, you're in a good situation, right? Either way, might as well hit the finisher. Yeah. As much as, I mean, like, from a, I mean, like, I don't like Dom as a wrestler at all, but, you know, airs is useful. I hate how they rolled him out. That made me super mad. I just need enough to survive. Just need to survive. Gonna do 366k. Might have to readjust again if he does. Oh, there's a big cascade too. Yes, just made it. Now, guess who's regretting using the finisher earlier though? This guy. Luckily, I have a prop though. Should not have used the finisher earlier. Mistakes were made. Oh well, that's what the props are for. 50 defense strap for him? Yeah, definitely tricky with, yeah, the kick out boost. Did you see that 6 stars having the 80 times now? At high health, 80 times. That's just not fun. No one wants to deal with that. Yeah, if I was 5-star, I would use the traps, black chapters. I just don't. Not taking him 5-star. I mean, if I did the Godfather tour at 4-star bronze, surely 4-star gold Ray can get through this. I just might need to suffer a little bit. But I have no desire to level him, so. F it. You know? Props are cheaper than TP. Shards is definitely a problem. A defensive acrobat, you're going to have to pick those up off the boss battle prize wall. You're not really... Oh, no, not Kali. This is not going to be fun, I bet. Oh, okay. Need 2 kickouts. That means I'll be using a cash kickout for sure. Likely. Make sure 2 is enough. Suck. Actually, do I have a move the pin bar prop the wrong way? That would be fantastic. No, right is the wrong way. I want to move it to the left. Yeah! That's what we need. And we definitely... What do you got? Finisher is fine. Finisher's fine, as long as he doesn't have trap gems out. So let's purple MP up. No red. Just cannot let him hit red. I got this. Ish. Red. Let's do... He will definitely take a purple 5 match. No question about that. And then I will take his red match. Except I can't see, so I didn't leave him a purple 5 match because I'm an idiot. Well. Nobody's perfect. Yeah, so Lee, I was thinking like for normal people, not ed people, for normal people, if you don't hit like a 6 to 8 mil pin, you're not going to keep 6 stars down on normal people. If he's kicking out of a you know, If you're talking about like double Fury, Fury 2 people, you know, they're still kicking out a 10 mil. Yeah, because the thing is, it was also boosted at every tier, not just the high tier. The low tiers were boosted as well. I really wish I wouldn't have screwed that up. Oh well. Let's just move the pin bar now. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm actually okay with him hitting his finisher, too. Because it won't kill me. Alright. Now. Pin me, please. Daddy. Pin me. Alright, stop cascading, though. I need enough life to live out the finisher the second time. So that's not enough. Oh well. Boss battle Seth is gonna be really good. Let it go. He can hit the bonus. I have to do one kick out anyway. I'm big dumb. Oh, nice. Cesaro's defensive. So, what's his base health steal? 500k? That's 5 mil on the health steal. Will keep himself alive if you have him at gold. It will keep him alive, so that's good. Here comes the cash kick out by me. But I don't know that his move charge is high, that Andy's got choose to destroy to load it. I just don't know that it's gonna happen, you know? I mean, like, certainly at lower levels, that if that's your best option. No on the trap gems. We cannot has trap gems. And my kickout will be loaded. No, not yet. Yeah, with his traps, once you get going, Roman might be interesting if the move animation's fast enough. Of those two, Edge would be better, but can I say you have Edge, do you have Dom? Do you have Warrior? I like Dom or Warrior more than either of those two personally, but out of those two, Edge is who I would take. Oh, deep, clear. Not enough. There. And no red. Actually, I'll take that red. No, let's do that. I think do you have the La Familia plate? Ah, don't cascade. If you if you have the La Familia plate, really? Oh, well, no, he's gonna kill me with the finisher. Frick. That's some bullcrap. Why you not take the 5 match? I hate this. Really hate this. I hate Ray so much. Oh well. Oh no, he didn't kill me. Sweet. Never mind. We're good. I guess that life was just enough. Fine, thankfully, I never have to do this again. No, I don't think anytime in the near future. That's just asking for a ton of headaches. But if there is a boss battle with ladies, in general, Steph with the tiara, not Steph, Wendy with the tiara will never give up her turn. So she'll just keep growing at 50% every time. And you'll be hitting 2 moves and it'll recycle every time. Yes, Dom with plate and no Rhonda is absolutely 6-star worthy. Rhonda helps, but is not needed. No plate Dag, then no Dom. He's horrible without the plate. So, well, that's nice. I guess now I can take a Trickster up, too. Okay. I guess I have to really... I think I'm gonna do Taker, for sure. I would like to take Dom up, but that would give me a second defensive guy, so I'm not crazy about that. This, no, Tech Becky, for me it's going to be DX Triple H, and this is going to be Becky, almost for sure, Trickster Becky. Tech Becky with gear is amazing, but DX Triple H is too good, I think, to take over Bex. When I get those last 4, they'll go to DX Triple H, but I think the Trickster is for sure going to go to Trickster Bex. What class is she? Focused. Why do I feel like I don't have any focus shards? Not that we can... Yeah, I don't have anyone... Oh, nope, I don't have anyone I can do a calculator on. So I'd have to look at it. Who do I have a lot of shards? Can I sort this by shards this way? Yes. Okay. Tricksters with... Alright, we're looking for tricksters. What do we got? 21,000 C tier for Rook. That's like 200 shards. 11 KO, 11 Bray, that's 40,000. Do some rounding. That's actually, we'll call that 44,000. 53. Not a lot. 58K. Nope, I don't have him with gear. I just unlocked him. Gear, if you have 1 gear, sub, X-Break Gem, Rhonda's Jacket, Finisher, blow up the board, throw Almost on there. Bob's your uncle. No gear. You have a 200% black move damage medal, go double black. You have a 200% green move damage medal, use a Sheik plate. I mean, the DX Triple H you can run a bajillion different ways. That's part of why he's so good. He's incredibly versatile. So Becky's going to be a slowdown on the shard thing. So hopefully the boss battle... Not here. Boss battle shop. This is your best... this is your best place by far to get shards. Sadly, my boss currency is low. And speak of the devil. Focused Trickster Kane. Well, let's get 15,000 more shards for Becky. Okay. You can see I already bought the Chaotic Warrior shards. I don't need these because they're defensive. And I'm not in a hurry, I don't think, for any aggressive showboat at this point, because I don't think I have anyone even kind of ready, and I need to save my boss currency. Now I can take a Chaotic Powerhouse, not that I have the tokens, and we're getting maybe a little bit closer to Trick Becky. So yeah, this is your spot. These can randomly pop anything, so it's just luck of the draw, what you get. Oh, yuck. All focus today. Speaking of boss battle, I think Dom is close to being able... Not Dom. Gable is able to take to 9 on boss currency. I'll wait till boss battle day in case for some reason. Oh, almost 9, and we're getting close to 10. At 10, it goes to 30%, all 4 teammates, and like 45 seconds or some ungodly thing like that. So hopefully by next month's boss battle, he'll be maxed as a healer, and then, you know, no one's gonna kill my team. Really excited about that, actually. So Gable, Dom would make great defensive healers. Boiler Mankind. Because they can heal themselves, although when you're healing all 4, it doesn't matter as much, but that way you stay in the game. Braun could be an offensive one a little bit. Sammy would be a great healing one, too. Yep, absolutely. Sammy's a great defensive one. Those would all be great healers. Snoop, if that's the route you want to go. He can't heal himself, but he's a higher damage one. So I could see that as well. Those would probably be my top choices for a defensive healer. But obviously I like Gable there. I would say Gable 1, Dom 2. That makes sense, McMenemy. Makes sense. And so yeah, the techie shards, which I can't check without manually adding it, not techie. Mr. Becky. When I get enough tokens, Seth can go now. And I don't see me not doing that. I don't really see me going a different route. I just got enough today. And a lot of one of his moves are done. The yellow TP is a huge problem for me. It's my lowest by far. Anyway, that's probably enough about that. So I think I've decided Becky for sure. Let's I haven't looked at her much at the portal. Any of you guys by chance take in Trickster Becky 6-star for your Trickster? Anyone? Or know anyone? I'd be interested to see how they like her. Oh, I think we're fine. I don't have anything weird open. So let's just do... so you can see what I'm looking at. Shrink this down. Okay. Finisher 240k, 14, 36 traps, 100k damage, 42k bleed for 2. Crossbreak. I like the sub. Probably I would go double green with an all heart. And then 2 different MP steals, which I actually rather like. Yeah, that seems likely what I would do. Green, green, purple, still. The 2 different MP steals is pretty cool. I could definitely see there's a lot of purple out there to steal from, and also plenty of green these days, so as weird as that is. I do think she's going to be my 6-star choice, though. Fixes that. Ish. Sort of. Lee, hit Coach up. Coach took her 6-star. I want to say turn 1, 4 mil to 5 mil, pretty realistic, which is pretty big in the ladies game. So I would say similar to Charlotte, but safer, less setup. And you don't need... I don't think the matchy match is affecting it. because it's all low charge, so I don't think there's an issue with the matches being a problem. I want to say 4 to 5 mil is pretty common. If you get risky, you can go higher. But I hit Coach up. Coach, that was one of his first. He's on my server, Coach 22. You probably know Coach anyway from Haven. He would, I would imagine, would have one of the better tech Beckies, so he would be a good resource for you. But I want to say about 4 or 5 mil. If I wouldn't have got DX Triple H, that would have been who I would have taken at tech. Yeah, let's see if you already started taking up. Would you, who is it, Nogri? Oh, right on, McMenemy. King Booker would still be a fine healer. If you are already level 8, go to 10, right? Because the main thing, at 10, you're healing the whole team. So I would say, and you're so far in, I mean, like, at this point, and Booker's still going to heal, right? He's going to do what you need him to for your team. So there's that. L-Boy, you don't want to refresh until you've bought the contest shards for the weekend. So usually I think Friday at noon when the boss battle starts, they show up in there. Once they show up, then you can refresh. Well, so the last 6-star, I didn't finish doing my stuff. And it got removed because they thought I was done, and I didn't get a chance to make the video, so that was disappointing. Because Jay, with that $800 plate, I got a feeling would have been crazier than maybe, I don't know. I don't know if he'd be Andre crazy, but maybe on the level of Snoop with 2 gears crazy. So I wish I would have. I didn't even get to try that one. The J with the, yeah, boy, Trish, the whole freaking board, right? Yeah, so Tiara was really good, but man, I didn't even get to the, so what I was gonna do, and I had just finished getting it ready, was complete free-to-play setup for Jay, because a lot of people wouldn't have any of the bells and whistles, and so then I was gonna do all those. Then I was gonna progressively put the bells and whistles on leading up to the TR, and then be like, okay, for the super duper spenders, like the $800 people that I'm not even kind of close to, here's this, because I got a feeling that would have been completely nutsoid. But I didn't even get to try it. And I was like, no, why? So the really funny thing is, I said I was done with Bobby, and take Bobby but leave his plate. And you can see I still have Bobby on my roster that hasn't got taken yet. So that's the really ironic thing. It's a Shakespearean tragedy. Oh, Defender, I hate Trick Ray. Don't do it. I'm just kidding. It's your roster. Do what you want. But I hate Trick Ray. I can't stand him. So, I mean, I could probably ask for Becky. How long is it going to take you to decide, Lee? Like, what's your time frame? Because a lot of this stuff doesn't go quick. That's why I don't like doing it, because it's a pain in the butt. But what's your time frame? Well, at least someone does Defender. I do love this purple TP, though. Only if you have 2 gears. So, almost equivalent, because so the Bobby plate is super good. Here. Actually, I ran this all feud. I took out a 6-star Hall of Fame taker with tricolor Snoop at 5-star gold. Let me throw this out for you. Actually, I need yellow TP. Let's beat up on Eddie. So if you don't have the Bobby plate, and you do have an all heart, this worked out super well. One gear, Snoop. 1 gear. The one, and that's pretty common comparatively. If it's a tech and an acro, what would you? So it would either be Becky, Ronda, or Bailey, right? And acro, I mean, you have the plate. So what's Mela like with that plate? She can run some. She gets another black move that looks like it's really good at 6-star. Lee, I haven't really looked into her at 6-star, uh, but she looks like. So this is the build set. She looks like she would be really good. And then in feud, double MP trainer. So Ronda would also be interesting because she gets a stun, and it's a black move, and she can blow up a lot of the, do some board destruction, and her finisher, it destroys like 4 rows or columns or something like that, and you could run her with the stun and the other black move, and then throw a bunch of those out and then destroy the columns. So Ronda's pretty interesting too, I think. Lee, you're in a different situation though, where I can't even begin to imagine all the options you have. So basically, everyone's interesting. Techie, I think, would be pretty easy and fast, but I mean, like, with what you have, it's really hard to say. So you hold this for after the sub, you use the sub to load your finisher. In feud, like, I want to say 2-3 matches is plenty. And then keep your multiplies off of the bottom, because it'll mess up your thingamajiggy. So I usually just keep them around the top-ish. You don't want the multiplies on the bottom at all. I can't see anything. Whatever. This is with the all heart skill plate. So buff screen gem damage 100%. When we on my stream we played with Snoop with the Bobby plate for quite a while with one gear. I want to say if everything goes perfectly, I think I could get to like 3 mil, but most of the time you're gonna risk a huge pin doing that. So realistically, it was like we were doing, I want to say like 2.2, 2.5 most of the time. And this does almost as much with a plate that's much less rare. Um, and I used it in feud actually quite well. Like I said, took out a Hall of Fame 6-star taker with it. Took a few turns for sure. But it hits pretty hard, right? Usually right around 2 mil. And then it's a choose destroy, so you use the finisher to set up your moves again for another cycle. But Snoop works really well this way. If you don't have both gears. Both gears in the Bobby plate, probably hard to get away from Snoop. But if you only have one gear, I wouldn't waste the Bobby plate on him when you could use this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how crazy I am about that. Uh, JPS, the Trickster, because it does rely on some other stuff, but yeah, but didn't what I do just hit harder than 1 mil? So I don't know why I would run something different. I don't have a 200% green move damage medal either. It is Snoop's primary color, but I guess it depends where they are. Recycling's harder now too, right? I'd have to look at them. I haven't played them in forever. It used to be you could get the pyros all over the bottom or most of the bottom, um, but with the matchy match perks going away, I would have to look at that and see how viable that still is. If you could still get the pyros out through the whole bottom, and then guarantee you were going to break the stuff, that might be a decent option because it's primary color. I just don't know if you still can do that with the matchy match perks being the way they are. But yeah, if you got a $800 plate and you want to use Trick Snoop, that might work. Oh, I guess I just want to hit the feature, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Probably fine with whatever. The finisher should kill him. I need 4. I wish I had Snoop's second gear. That would be awesome. Because the way I run him now, that subs are thankfully dead. That gear would be awesome. Lee, if you're still here, who all do you have 6-star now? And back to your techie question, what would you have on her? Like Double Fury 2 probably? I'm assuming. With the Uso cap, skill plate, and the gear, but probably Double Fury 2. What level strap? Because I think all of that is going to play into account with her. Like, do you have... I mean, you could, for all I know, have 100% gem damage strap for her. That wouldn't surprise me. Probably do. So, Near, what do you got going on for Wendy? Like, do you have 1 gear, 2 gears, no gears? What kind of strap do you have? Um, do you have a 17k Santa Hogan? You don't have 17k Santa Hogan, do you at least have a 2 MP green trainer or 1 MP green trainer? Do you have Hall of Fame Bree maxed at 17k? Do you have Memrock? Do you have... No, you wouldn't use Memrock, so ignore that. Well, maybe you would if you don't have 17k Santa. Yeah, probably at Christmas, right? You do have the gear, 25% strap. Santa Hogan is not, but he will get there. Okay, so right now, do you have double green MP trainer? And then what about Bree for the extra black gem? I like it because it keeps her consistent, and if you always break all the gems. Yep, Mr. Buy, I did. I think it'll hit for about 4 to 5 million, depending on what randomly shows up on the bottom for you in feud. When his other moveset will probably drain 10 to 11 million if you run it right without anything special. So while it is super simple and will just be 2 clicks, against other golds it won't keep anyone down with the new kickout buff, and his full drain will drain everything except showboats. So I'd run him that way instead. Which you can see that video because I finally put it out this morning. What's up, Scotty? How are you, man? And I talked about his 6-star move and in the video and why I think the other moveset is better. How are you, Scotty? Well, I was talking and not thinking. Oh well. We'll get him next turn. Okay. With that setup, you probably, without a line bonus or without buying extra steps with extra gem damage, you're probably going to hit somewhere between 1.5 and 2 million with Wendy at gold, which I'm sure you know. Is that about what you're hitting at gold? Question? Yep, the tiara is on her. You might be closer to 2 million then if you have the tiara. Without bonuses, I'm just talking standard feud, without line bonuses, etc. Obviously, with a line bonus, Wendy's amazing, because you can toss Matt on there. Same with 17k Santa. It adds about close to probably a mil extra damage, I suppose. I could see that, Stone Cold. Alundra's still viable. Zelina is a lot better, I think, than people think. I liked her quite a bit. Okay, yeah, so right in here, I think this is a great question because, so one, it sounds like you have everything you need for me to say, by the time you get 9 striker tokens, you're probably going to have a decent amount more striker shards. You probably don't have a female right now who's amazing at 6-star. Plus, you can also use the Hall of Fame link in Showdown with a lady, so that'll help for Lady Showdown too. Also, the move does keep recycling itself, so if you don't keep them down, you just re-hit it again, and it hits harder. So, you know, let's look at her gem damage here real quick. By look, I mean I'll take a look. Actually, I can put it up on the screen again. So, if you're hitting for 2 mil, that's a nice even number that we can work with. How many hollow stars? That's good to know as well. How many hollow stars? And do you have a star fill that you would fill in as well? Sean doesn't need star fills. Really. I mean, Sean doesn't need anything. Arguably, Sean doesn't need 6-star either. It's just more health. And it's not like the AI plays him well. You know, so... boss battle, it's kind of nice. Extra health. It's really nice, not kind of nice. Let me see what you said. No. Steph does not hit harder than Wendy. She makes more multiplies, but they're blue. Gotta do hard edge still. Right, okay. And what are you at, though, for stars now? Are you 4 full or 5 full? Makes a difference trying to figure out how hard you can hit at 6-star, because everything works off of the base damage, and you can kind of get a good indicator. So I'm just trying to see what I'm comparing to, so I can tell you about how 5-star gold... Okay, 4 full stars. Okay. That sounds about right. Let's go over here real quick then. Alright, so Wendy, you're at 5-star gold with 4 full. So right now, if she's maxed, her black gems are 11.7k. Let's take that to 6-star bronze with 2 holo for now. Assuming you max, it goes up to 16.7. So 5K, almost a third. So probably I would say you're going to hit for like 3 mil. That 2 mil is probably going to turn into 3 mil. And then, of course, as you fill hollow stars and get other stuff. But 3 mil that recycles in the ladies game is pretty good. There's not a lot of hard-hitting ladies. I just asked what you all had for your Becky, Lee. I'm assuming double Fury 2, at least a 50% gem damage strap. I don't know, maybe it's 100. I have no idea what you all got. Because I don't think that when Coach told me what he was hitting, that was pre perk change and pre Fury 2s and stuff. And I don't think he had, if I recall right, a massive strap or anything like that. So, you know, if you're able to get another like 100%, 150% gem damage on top of what he did, you're probably gonna hit really freaking hard. But yeah, near, I would say about 3 mil. And then way more with the line bonus. And then when you get Santa, you know, way more. I was thinking with my setup on Wendy, I have double Fury 2 on her, and a 50% gem damage strap, and 17k Santa. I was figuring I could probably hit for 4.5 to 5 mil at 6 stars, what she would probably move to. Now that's guessing, but I would say 4.5 or 5 mil. And I would say with the setup you're running, you're probably going to hit for 3 mil a pop, and of course you know it recycles, so you played her enough. Does that make sense? Star fill, it's just going to go up when you can hit 5 full and 6 full. Makes sense. Well, you know, Coach is obviously a great feuder, and I'm assuming that's what you care about, because, I mean, who cares about tours, right? And we're not talking about boss battle because it's a lady. So, as far as, like, feud at tech, I mean, like, the other techs that we have for an option, I don't think are going to hit harder turn 1. You're going to do a sub and then rely on all heart or Rhonda's jacket. You know what I mean? So if what you're going for is like, what's going to hit the hardest, like turn 1 with a shot at keeping them down, I would bet you in your case, you can probably, if Coach was hitting for 4 mil then before Fury 2s, and I don't think, I would bet you can do like 5 or 6, as long as matchy match perks don't screw it up. But I think you start double MP trainer, so you can hit the silence gems, and then choose to reload to hit the silence gems again, and then turn them all green. So you get 2 sets of 300% on the buff, and I don't think that's going to probably be messed up. And pre-matchy match perks being nerfed, I think you could try for like a 5 and a 3, but that's also way more likely to cascade. So he doesn't usually play it risky like that. I want to say he was hitting for 3.5, 4, so you're probably going to be more like 5, but I would actually DM him, and he'd be able to tell you exactly what is, because he would have feuded with her a bunch more now. Do you need help getting a hold of him? I can DM him for you too. I usually talk to Coach at least somewhat oftenly, probably a couple times a week. Yeah, I'm looking at Trick Becky too, near. She looks pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured you were going for, but double check with him because I haven't done it, but I would bet you're going to be in that 5 to 6 mil range. You probably would be. That's a guess. And all on turn 1. And I just don't see any of the other ladies being faster, which is likely what you care about. And also, you know, what else are you going to do with the Uso plate, right? I mean, like, it just kind of sits there doing nothing on anyone else. So that's kind of cool. It actually 6-star, and that skill plate actually makes Becky really cool. How much does that matter, Near? I don't know. Because, so Rocker Sean, I'm assuming you've seen you just drain 6s anyway, like at 5-star. You just don't really need it. I mean, it's just nice for boss battle and having extra HP in case you do something stupid like I do and choose 3 multiply gems because you're blind, you know? Let's just get this over with faster. And also, the good thing about Becky is she's different than the other ones in that she's doing damage based off of silence gems. So that gives versatility to your roster. I don't know how important that is to you necessarily, Lee, because you can adjust pretty easily to anything shifting in the game, more so than most of us can. But that is a nice bonus feature. Is her using silence gems is completely different. So whenever you get a silence gem line bonus, no one else is really going to take advantage like her, just as an example. Not that we get those very often, but just trying to think of other potential benefits, you know, to using Becky over, say, Ronda or Bailey. Bailey with the mobile gems might be interesting, but I don't know that it goes super, super high. Yeah, Near. So same boat. Growing up, my favorite wrestler was Rocker Sean. I wanted to be Rocker Sean. He was the coolest, and I wanted to be cool like him. And then, as an adult, my favorite's Mick Foley. So same situation. I would rate HBK as my second favorite all time, with Rocker Sean being my favorite gimmick. So I get it. And it certainly won't hurt you, because I don't think there's a stronger candidate for focused boss battle at being good at lots of different things. So yeah, I don't think it'll hurt you. If you're also going to take Becky, I wouldn't over-index lady over male to start with. I'm hardly running into any 6-star ladies yet, so I think with 1 you'd be good. Becky can steal green and purple MP, which sets you up pretty well. Not as well against, like, well, so you're fine. Super Stacy would start with green. Assuming she doesn't have a line bonus, then she just starts with red. And then China is another one you're likely to see 6 stars of, but she starts with red. Yeah. I don't know who else. Who else I would use that striker besides Dusty for male Hall of Fame, to be honest. There is that. Luckily, you go first, and they're usually dead, but that's a valid point, Stone Cold. Yeah, Near. That's where I'm at. Like, I do have Theory, but he's in the same class as Hall of Fame Taker, same style rather, as Hall of Fame Taker. So I have that class covered as far as boss battle goes. And also I'm going to be taking DX Triple H for my techs. So, and he's the same class, so I don't want to take Theory because I'm going to take those two. So Becky fits into my lady slot really well. And I would look at it more like that. How do they slot into your overall roster? Well, this is easy for me. Who will I be voting for? I wonder. Who's my favorite all-time wrestler? Let's go. Not to pressure anyone at all, but you know, I'm just saying that Hell in the Cell thing. What? Why does it not mean? Oh, if it's gonna make me type it in, I can't do it live. Can't let you see my password. Hold on, 2 seconds. Change this to that won't work. That work. Out of here. Meh. Gosh dang it. I'll do it later. When you're not. I didn't think I'd have to sign in. Now I lost my window. Where the heck to go? Here it is. Go away. Voting is indeed open. Get out of here. Where's my game? I will definitely be voting for Foley off the cell, though. That's kind of cool. I just am worried about the implementation, although I do think it's pretty cool in principle on paper. So if you have a lot of questions about these kind of things too, like who over who, let me toss it up real quick, actually. I'll show you kind of what I've been working on my streams with the community that hangs out. It's not perfect and it's not done, but if we go to, and this is still with 5-star gold mostly in mind, we're working on build sets with the new perks and that kind of thing. I got too many windows open, I think. Let's see what this... Gotta close that window, huh? When you have 20 tabs open, doesn't always want to open the right window when you want to show people stuff. So let's just try this. Second. You can do this. A professional streamer. So just kind of an example, we went through like all the lady techs, some different build sets with the new perks, and now a couple feeds in, we'll revisit and see how a lot of that stuff has went. This was like lady strikers, alternative builds for people like Steph, who the matchy match perk really kills, things like that. Bianca's terrible now. You don't want to use her. Things like that. Acrobat, Showboat. And now we're going through the dudes, and we're on Technician. So I've been streaming pretty much every day at the same time I streamed this today. That's just kind of one of the things going through. Not necessarily rated who's better than who. Although, like in the case of the dudes, we did this thing with... Here, let me go to this. We did this thing with Riddle at Trickster. Who would you rather have than Riddle? And other than possibly Theory, Ricochet, Kali, and maybe Vince, and that was really debatable, there isn't anyone that we had ahead of Riddle. Now, that also means Cena didn't have gear, so keep that in mind. I don't talk about like $800 plates and gear when we do this, because that's only like a handful of the community. So that it's without that stuff in mind, right? Like, so if you got Ricochet, you know, a really good build, you know, but not like, so like Z plate, yes, but the Bobby plate, just assuming you're not going to have that, right? So Riddle is actually better than most of them, and pretty much almost as good as some of those super rare guys. So his shards become more readily available because he's a free card, likely someone you're going to be able to take up. That's just some of the stuff over the past few weeks we've been going over. Ven doesn't do content anymore. Yeah, what's wrong with turn 2? If you're not winning turn 1, what does it matter? If you win on turn 2. You're not going to win on turn 1 a lot of times anyway. You're almost never dead turn 1 now. Because nobody has the big perks. And unless you're in like a top 3 faction feuding against the Lees and the Eds of the world, you're not going to get turn 1 by anyone most of the time, if you're set up properly. Also, it's called Universal MP Down Coaches. You just put the Universal MP Down Coaches on or the specific color, and then you fight somebody that starts with that MP. You just do your matchups. I mean, what trickster are you going to use and win without getting hit with? It's a really short list. Really, really short list, which is the point that I was making with that. Not that there aren't better, but are you going to have shards for those ones that are better? 1. And 2, are they actually better? Exactly, McMenemy. They are, big homie. They definitely are. Which is why they're there. Because you can get some of the required posters in the loot. They're to encourage you to try and spin the loot. Congrats, McLovin. Way to go. That's awesome. You get 500 web coins for voting? I'll take that. I think Steph is still completely usable. McMenemy. I think I would probably try the sub thing, though, just to see. Yep. I'm not trying to get the ones I don't have either, big homie. But I think that's why the tours are there, right? They are the carrot that is being dangled. Nice. I want to try running her with the sub. I just never end up doing it. I just use someone else instead. I have a lot of good options at Striker. But I'm glad to hear you ran your usual setup. We'll have to talk about that on stream. And it's 5 o'clock. So let's raid Gersan's streaming champs today. Let's raid Gia. I'm going to get some dinner. I am a fat man and I'm hungry. Appreciate everyone being on today. Don't forget to vote. I don't have either of them, big homie. Not even close to either of them. I do have the other 3, though, so I can't complain. And I got through with a 4-star bronze Godfather and a 4-star gold Ray, so I didn't have to sink resources into anyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for being on. Next Monday, I will not be on because I will be in Disneyland. So there will be no Monday with Mherex next week. It's being preempted by Disneyland. I will return the week after. Hey, patty cakes. No, everyone needs to vote for Mankind and Taker Hell in the Cell. Just saying. I'm not biased at all. Just saying. I plan on it, Defender. We've been planning on doing this with the kids for as long as I can remember, and the kids are not kids anymore. So yeah, we're taking all of the adult kids to Disneyland. So we're gonna drive there. It's about an 18-hour drive. We're gonna leave at 4 a.m. Mrs. Mherex is gonna start driving while I sleep, because I can sleep anywhere. And then She'll drive through like the busier Portland, Oregon area section, and then when it's not so busy,